Hello and welcome to a new series of videos where we create music using free samples, starting with labs. I will be using little bits and bobs within my DAW as well. In particular, the drums. I like the easy cheat, I guess, you get with Logic Pro X and kind of the drum patterns you can create. But we will be doing a video just using samples from Piano Book, probably Sign Factory as well, and other bits and bobs along this journey. Now, the catch with this as well is I will be using this music for professional work. Some of you might know I own a small production company up in North Wales, and one of the key parts of our company is the fact that we provide bespoke music, library music that we create ourselves. When I say ourselves, I mean myself. So all the music on the videos that we do is from me. And I've been slacking, and I think it's a great idea for me to take away all that I've kind of done with YouTube, with all these free samples that I'm promoting, and now show you the professional application and that you can create great sounding music with the free stuff that you get, and that you don't have to spend and break the bank to create good music. So that's the introduction, I guess, to this series. As we can now see on the screen, we're in Logic Pro X. I've already set up a template. I did try recording a video the other day. I just wasn't inspired at all, and I kind of started from a blank canvas, and I felt I was wasting a lot of time just trying out different samples. So I thought I've set up kind of a template. Usually I will start from absolute scratch, but to save time and to get right into the music, I've got stuff going for us. So what are we using? Of course, it's just labs at the moment. We've got the Autograph Grand, we've got Electric Piano DI, we've got a Music Box handbells, strings, pizzicato ensemble. Wasn't quite fond of the shorts when I tried them out. Don't get me wrong, they're great, just didn't work for the style of music we're composing today. Guitar harmonics plucked, strings long, and the bass guitar warm bass. I will be adding as well, if we go up here, that's not what I wanted. If I go add, I will be adding a drummer as well, and I'm probably just going to go songwriter because of the style of music I've got in my head I'm composing. So I'm going to drag him down at the bottom and mute him for now. So what style of music am I going to compose? Well, library music for a start, so something that's probably 4 bars and then another 4 bars of something some variation, but something that can easily be moved along, something that you can make a 1-minute track out of and then copy and paste some stuff, make a 2-minute track out of, but something that's easily to shift around according to the project you're working on, something happy-go-lucky, because that's a lot of the stuff we actually do as a company. And ultimately something not too complex, because we're not here to compose Mozart. The emphasis is on the footage, on what the people are actually saying, the action. So the music is just emphasizing the emotions there and something in the background. We don't want this to be the highlight. There might be some nice bits where the melody comes out, and of course we like a nice big hit at the beginning, but generally it's boring background music, as my business partner says. So let's get started and see where this journey actually takes us. I'm going to duck out of that for now and probably start with a grand piano and see where this journey takes us. I think I'm going to go with some minimalism music, actually. It's kind of what I was thinking when I was eating my breakfast this morning. So let's go in here. And what I like doing with a minimalistic track, instead of starting with chords, I like just thinking, well, composing a D major and then quite literally inputting random notes and seeing what happens within the chord, within the key. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of see how that sounds. Might be interesting, might be nothing. Close. Maybe if I stick the pedal on as well. Sustain. I definitely want to dip there. And if I can, a little bit of variation with the velocity, emphasis on certain notes. And then I'm already hearing I want an octave lower of that as well. So we just do that. Octave lower. I like that. Something to start with. Let's just run with it and see where it takes us. We've copied and pasted it, and I'm just probably going to join those together because we'll probably want to keep that. I want to make it sound a little bit different, swap some notes around. Really like this top C sharp. Guessing that it's just trying to translate what's in your head into actual music, but we also probably want to dip this pedal there as well. Maybe actually something like that, and a bit more emphasis on that. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe just a little bit more. So I finally think we have our pattern. I've kind of squished and moved it around a little bit, and this is what we've got so far. Something that loops quite nicely and something we easily add to it. So that's the first edition. Then we're going to go with another, keep the same, change it up a bit, then we're going to have to do something new. So we've got that. I think definitely octaves is always nice. Easy way of creating variation. So for now, I'm pretty happy with this being the first 4 bars, and then we want to create something completely new and different for the second lot of 4 bars. Using probably a completely new pattern, but still within D major and doing something very, I guess, similar. Right, so this is what we've got so far. We've got our A, we've got our B, it kind of all meshes together, and this is kind of the foundation which we'll work off to, I guess, create the rest of the piece. It's a start, it's something, and let's show you what we've done so far. So yeah, you can see it loops really nicely. That's our 4 bars. That's our first, I guess, loop, our section A and B. And now we're going to, I guess, extend it, throw it into other instruments, maybe add some drums, some bass, some strings, we'll see where this takes us, but this is, I guess, the foundation of the piece. Actually, right off the bat, I want to throw this into our bass guitar over here instantly. Let's take the solo off there, probably get rid of the top line there, and see how that sounds. And then drum-wise, I definitely want to do something. What I love about this is you can quite literally just make it whatever you want. I always like starting off simple and soft. And depending how this sounds, depends what happens, I guess, if we switch it or not. Actually, I might not even start it with drums. I might wait till we're into here. Actually, I really like that. I like that drum right there. It really comes in quite nicely. I probably want to play with this a bit. I quite like the handbell sound, and I think this will work really nicely in the pizzicato. So if we go ahead and throw that in the pits right here. Probably delete that bit there, but I really like that. Maybe just calm it down a tad and add a touch of reverb onto this as well, which we can do right here. There we go. And then I'm gonna take this and stick that maybe in the handbells. Definitely going to turn these down just a touch. Turn some reverb up, give it a little bit of dynamic. And you can already see we've got a piece coming together, and even if we just were to mute this, I'm sure you've got a little bit of a foundation, of course, with the piano, but you can almost have a section, I guess, just without, and we probably will later on in the piece. Right, so that's the start there. What do we actually want to do with this bit here? I quite like the idea of maybe some call and response. So we've got this, and we want this in another instrument. Music box might work. Ooh, a bit too close. Wrong sort of sound. Electric piano? I'm just going to do that for now. Let's see what that sounds like together. Ooh, that's really nice. Do these two work together, these parts? I'm intrigued to see what happens now. They do kind of work, and I actually really like how that's sounding. And what I'm going to do, I actually think this whole thing might work together like that. But what we'll do is we'll pan one that way and one that way and see how that sounds. And then we'll delete bits of one and keep bits of the other. So like here in the piano, We get rid of that there, but keep it in the other instrument. Nah, it doesn't quite work, does it? Maybe in a different section. Maybe if we just delete this upper octave of the piano here, have that play. Yeah, I really like that, and we'll put a little bit more emphasis on the bits we deleted over here. And we kind of want that elongated out a bit. And then we want that turned up slightly. But of course, probably want that cut off. So where's our pedal cut off? Because it still kind of rings out. That's where, you know what? That's, I think, a really nice start. And then the piece will start again from here. We'll keep the drums going, but we might soften them up a little bit, even more, and maybe just take out the bass until it comes back in here. And then we're going to make this slightly more complex. Probably drag all that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Drag all that over here so it comes back in. Definitely want to do something with the guitar plug, probably in here. I have no idea how this is going to sound yet. Probably switcheroo and do some bits and bobs there, but we need to listen to it first. So let's just play it from here and see what happens. Really like that. Don't like what happened with the drums. I think that kills it there. If we get rid of the fills, get rid of the fills there as well, and do something like that. And you know what? I almost am tempted just to repeat that to see how it kind of works. We haven't really got a melody that kind of soars. We have little pieces, but nothing that really soars over the top yet, do we? I definitely think some strings, longs needs to be introduced. I'm wondering if we could just do that, and then we'll record in some mod wheel, just to see kind of what happens there. We hit record. It works. Definitely doing something though. adds a richness to the bass, and I feel like the electric piano could hold a really nice melody. If I'm honest, I think the handbells might do it. We go back to the handbells because they're quite a piercing sound. So we duplicate that so we're on a new track, bring back the reverb, and maybe try and do something using these. Yeah, we'll start with this and then develop it, I guess is the best way to say that. Something a bit different. All right, let's see what we've got there now. So we've added a counter. So this is the original. I say a counter, but it's just something different. Let me go back into the beginning section with the lovely guitar harmonics. And we've got the new handbells. Right, we're going to keep that drum going. I'm just going to make it a little bit more complex, I think. There we go. We add some. And I think it's about time that we added some chords actually to this section here at the beginning. And then I'm going to kind of break these down now in this section. Then we'll have to vary the dynamics as well a bit. And I actually want to delete that and completely kind of change it. Actually quite like. So you know when you just get in the zone and you kind of forget you're recording. I kind of think I did that there for a little bit, but I think we're close to, I say done. It's not finished, but it's at a point where I'm quite happy. It's about a minute long, which is where I like to at least start, because after that you can actually just repeat it or mess around and basically copy and paste them. We might do a little bit of that, but what just happened, as you might have seen throughout the time lapse, we added this little bell melody at the end, and then we kind of led it into the final bit there. We've got little variations in each little section. You have the start, and then we just kind of finish. But let's play through what we've done. And that's your piece right there. Of course, we haven't mixed, mastered, and done other little bits. And what's nice is you could quite easily shift that along, add in an extra bar, an extra two. You could elongate a section. We could even do more with the strings and other little bits. There's lots we could do to actually mess around and extend this piece, or even shorten it. Very block-esque. And of course we can probably go in and do more work on this and do more. And if you want another video on this piece specifically, let me know down in the comments, and we can go in and maybe add or do something a little bit different. But before we finish this video entirely, I do want to do a little bit of mixing and mastering. I'll stick some EQ right on the end, and I don't think I'll stick any reverb because I'm quite happy with it. But let's do a very bodged version of mixing and mastering with stuff within Logic. I must admit, I normally use Ozone. That thing can really clean stuff up, and I know the Elements one now and again is often free actually, but you can get it as cheap as £30. But as I said, we're going to try and keep everything free. Let's use some compression, which is in Dynamics, and there's a really nice one, a nice preset I love to use, especially on this sort of music. It's the orchestral one, Platinum Orchestral, and I kind of just leave it at that with that there. Let's go into the EQ. You can already hear the difference there. And there we have it, just a little bit of compression, my favorite being the Platinum Orchestra. Put a little bit of EQ on it just to bring out the treble and dampen the bass a bit, because I felt it was a bit muddy, and mud's normally due to a lot of bass and not a lot of treble. So I really feel you can really hear that. It just just brings it out a little bit more, but a little bit of compression, a little bit EQ. I think the final thing we should do is give this track a name, and I'm not going to be the one who names it. I want you guys to name it, so let me know down in the comments, especially if you made it this far. What should we call this track? I'll play it through one more time for you as we're closing out and leave it there. So please let me know down in the comments what we should call this. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.